Hello, hello everyone. Welcome once again. This is Raf the Expert. I want to make a quick video. I was communicating with one of my subscribers. She sent a message and was like, she got a writing pad and recently, and is it and the headset? Yes. So like the headset if you check through my video, I've actually made a video on the tab, that's the writing tab or the writing tablet I use. All right. I've actually made a video on it. And I've also made a video on the headsets. Yeah, I didn't do like a full review, but I talked about it in a short, so you can check it. She was not clear on the steel series. So this steel series is not hard, it's not difficult. Let me share my screen. The first thing you need to understand is you need to yeah, let me just share my entire screen. So you need to understand, let me open this up. Yeah, you need to understand something. Like you can just search steel series here. And you see this icon, right? Steel series. You see this icon, click on it, and you're right here. What you want to do is you want to download the application. So once you open it like this, you are planning to download the application. So what happens right here? You go all the way to software, you go to Steel Series GG application, and you choose, it's going to be one of these. So this Sonar GG, that's exactly what you want to download. You don't need to even have an account to download it. Right here, Sonar GG audio advantage is an equalizer. It helps you to control your sound. So you could be, I've actually used this whereby I'm in a class. I gave an activity to a student and the activity was for 10 minutes. And I was also in a company's meeting. I didn't want to miss the meeting. And I know that I could be muted, like I'm not like an active listener. I could be muted, right? So why trying to manage it? Because I knew I was close to the end of that class. I quickly muted the channel for that general meeting that they were speaking, and I was on the class. While the student was having the activity, and I knew I wouldn't talk for like a minute or so, and I wanted to just have a glimpse of here. I had to mute that channel and unmute that channel. What channel exactly? The speaker channel. So remember, my mic was actually on mute, and even if my mic wasn't on mute, surprisingly, um, these channels may be able to. It's good. Even you could even manage it well enough that you may not necessarily. It may not necessarily feed into your mic. It all depends on the kind of mic you are using. So this is very good for a start, but as time goes on, you may want to get a more sophisticated headset that is wireless probably and will have connectors and probably even a mic that you could attach if you want to probably stay away from your PC for at a very good distance, depending on your setup. So this is the application. You click on it and you see you have free download. Like once you download this, you are good to go. Free download. So and immediately it's downloading. So this like the so it's like 399 MB. My download speed, I don't know how fast it's going to let it. You should be able to download in. So you see, I cannot be downloading this in like 14, that it's going to delay us over here. So I'll be canceling this right away. I've downloaded this already. So once you're done downloading, you easily be able to kickstart it. So look at the look at this. Look at the application. Is that easy? This media wasn't here, and this aux. It was just the game, the chat, and the mic. So the game channel is the main channel. These are all the channels for speaker. There's only one mic channel. So it means you could mute on your screen, and you could also mute from your button. So definitely, if you mute, let's say you joined the class 5 minutes before, and you don't want the because you joined 5 minutes before time, you don't want them to hear you while you are still trying to conclude your previous class. You can physically, like, you can mute in that meeting on your screen, while the other meeting that you are trying to conclude in the next 5 minutes is still unmuted, and you will still be able to speak because that is not muted on the screen. So you muted the meeting and did not mute the other one. So your mic is still functional in that meeting. Do you understand? So that's exactly what I mean. But definitely, if you want to mute all the sound that comes from your headset, it means you are pressing this. And it's going to, or you just mute this channel and it's going to mute everything. So, but then you can mute each channels one after the other. You may not even need any sophisticated setting, but you can just take a look at my settings. So look at, I changed from mixer, which contains all the channel, to each, editing each channels. So you could just look at it. You could enter the numbers you're seeing on your screen. You could enter the numbers you're seeing on your screen. When you hear hertz, it means 71.2 is what you're typing. But when you hear kilohertz, if it was kilo, so these are all hertz, 104.3. So just type in the numbers that you are seeing. Ensure you pause the videos when you are doing that. So ensure you pause the video while you're doing that. Look at the numbers here. This is kilohertz. Now 3 kilohertz means 3,000. All right, it means 3,000. When you type in 3,000, it should show 3 kilohertz. Just ensure you type in correctly. And so you see, you can easily, once you just click on that dot, you can easily type in. Those that say they are not technically, see, well, if you cannot do this, the built-in equalizer could be good enough. You may not need to do all of these settings, but I found these settings useful. You may not need to do any of these settings. So you see all of these settings that are built in into each channel. You see this chat one is just plain. You see this one is just plain. I re-downloaded this and I did not set anything here. So even as plain as it is, it's still going to be functional. You may not even need to set anything. You can just leave it plain like this. AUX, you see it's plain. And I actually had my settings personally on that that I used, which I would likely even want to put back because those actually sounded quite good. All right, like quite good. Like look at this. There is spatial audio here, so you can put on a spatial audio. Then look at the mic. The mic already has its own settings. What is important is for you to put on Clearcast, AI noise cancellation, and you move the slider from left to right. All right. Usually leave it around 40 something. You could try around more than that or less and try to test it. Look at, you could test your mic here. Let me test it right now. Hello, I'm testing my
I want to
mic
check
and I
if
want to
this
know
is
how it sounds.
really
All
sounding
right.
great.
Now let's play that. I don't know if it's going to play that. Okay. All right. So you probably not hearing. So you can test that. As I was speaking, it was my speakers too was also active. So it was also repeating itself. So this is where you want to record. I think that it was a mistake I did. So you click on record. Hello, I'm testing my mic. I want to know how this sounds and all of that. And when you stop this, you click on play. It should play exactly that. I think that it was a mistake I did. So you click on record. Hello, I'm testing my mic. I want to know how this sounds and all of that. And what? I think that it was a mistake I did. So you click on record. All right. So you see it keeps playing that. Now, if I increase this to like 70 something, then the next thing is okay, let me try that. Okay, I just increased this to 70. I want to know exactly how it sounds. All right. I want to know how well it sounds. Let me try that. Okay, I just increased this to 70. I want to know exactly how it sounds. All right. I want to know how well. Let me try that. Okay, I just increased it to 70. I want to know exactly how it sounds. All right. I want to know how well. Let me try that. Okay, all right. So it all depends on when you test this outside this meeting. So you see there's some interference because I'm running this meeting. So when you try to test it, it's going to work perfectly. A very good way I would have put this clip, wouldn't have even been to record, probably is to set something to directly video my screen. All right, so but you can do your testing. The same thing, these are speakers, all of them you can test it right here. You see. Hey, what's going on? It's fine. Are you please return to the ship? Front, left, front, right, front, center, so rear, left, rear, right. Right. So you see all of those. You may not hear all the sound because it's let me even check. It all depends on like my audio settings from Zoom here. I'm using to record this. So, but the voices, I'm sure it was you were able to hear it and it was able to pick. I just hope you're able to hear it. So you can test it. You can test each of these channels. You can test each of these channels, and if you don't want the media and the AUX, you can leave it out. But they are all useful. So I think that's all. That's all you need to know. You should know when you can change the channels from one channel to another. And drop. You can also, you see it has changed to blue. You can change and drop back. So, and it's going to it's going to be affected immediately in the application they are working with. So I'll be ending this recording right away and see you in the next one.